we are on the way to the post office right now. A good friend of mine, donor Alex, he sent a sample to us so we can look at it at the lab that we're at right now. We're going to pretend like we're recipients. We're going to pick up the sample and we're going to take it basically home, but in this case, we're going to take it to the lab. We're going to look at it under the lab microscope and show all the ingredients that are part of this shipment so that you guys have a better understanding of what it looks like. And you see that even though the process is very special, it is still a very simple kind of process to go through with your donor. So I'm looking forward to taking you guys on this little journey, this little trip today. All right, we are outside the FedEx office right now. I'm very excited because we're going to pick up Alex's sample from here. We're going to take it to the office. The reason we sent it straight to the FedEx office is so that it arrives as fast as it can. If you order to a home address, they still have to send it from the FedEx office to your home office, which can expose the sample to some extra heat or sub-zero temperature degrees as well, which you don't want either. So yeah, we decided to send it to the FedEx post office, which is one way to get your sample as fast as possible from your donor. Maybe your ovulation dates have shifted forwards a bit. You want to get it as quick as possible, pick it up from the office. We're gonna go in there, pick up the sample, and then go straight to the lab. So we picked up the sample from FedEx now. We're gonna take it straight to the lab to show you guys what it would look like if you use the sample like this at home after picking it up from the office, FedEx office, or getting it shipped straight to your door. We just arrived at the lab with the sample. We're gonna cut open up the box right here. We are going to show the ingredients inside so you have a bit of an understanding what to expect when you get a shipment here. Because it's cooled, it has to stay at around fridge temperature. It comes in a styrofoam box. There's different ways to ship it to make sure it stays cooled. Mostly depends on, which country you're shipping to, how long the shipment is going to be, and some other factors. This is a regular kind of shipment for 24 hours US shipping. It's been a bit less than 24 hours. Inside of the styrofoam box, in this case, we shipped some extender here just so we can test more samples with this extender today and do different testing with our samples as we are here. And then we also have the vial with the sample mixed with extender. So 50% of this is extender, 50% of this is a sample to usually help someone create a healthy life. In this case, it's just used for testing. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take a little bit from this sample and we're going to put it on what is called a hemocitometer. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Now, what it does, or what we're trying to do, is basically make sure that we can count how many swimmers there are on the grid. So you will see later in the microscope, there's a little bit of a grid on this hemocitometer, and you can easily count the amount of swimmers on a certain grid, and you can just multiply that and find out how many motile swimmers you have in the given sample. We're mostly interested in seeing how many of the swimmers, because Alex is a well-known, well-tested donor, we're interested in finding out how many of the swimmers are still alive, like how high the percentages of swimmers that are still around after shipping. So we're going to take a sample out of here, out of the container, and we are going to put it on top of the hemocitometer on the side to make sure it spreads across the little grid. Maybe try to come a bit closer so we can see basically what we're doing. As you might be able to see in the camera, hopefully, the sample goes across the hemocitometer, and now it's all over this part of the hemocitometer, and we can put it under the microscope to check the viability of it. Okay, now I can see the sample. I'm going to try and record it for you guys as well. We can see about 50%, 60% motility in this sample left, which is more than enough if a donor has, let's say, 300 MOT, and then after arrival, it's still 150 MOT. That's still a lot more than you would need in order to get pregnant. But yeah, to prove you guys and to show it, I'm going to record a video of the inside of the sample for you. So as you guys can see, most of these swimmers are still active, are still motile. I would say from the video, maybe 60, 70, 75% of swimmers are still active.
Of course, this is not going to guarantee a pregnancy. Just as in-person insemination, you have a chance of 20 to 30% per cycle depending on your age and general health as well. So this hopefully helps you guys make a better decision moving forward with your donor and shipping, and I hope to see you guys soon again.